Oh, hello. And welcome to the stream. I figured we were gonna premiere War and Peace Part 9 tonight, so... let's watch the whole thing. It's not very long, and I love the story so much, so I want to hear it again. And I hope you're along for the ride. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Mary Chase. Let's go. Let's go. All right, time to listen to my story. You are the goddess of peace, and as such, have long been at odds with your counter, the god of war. He is a confusing man, and seems to idolize and adore you, despite how repulsive you find his cruelty. Lately, he's been telling anyone who will listen that you are his bride. It's time to set him straight. Hopefully. When you visit his throne, you are immediately surrounded by his drunk revelers and soldiers. They hoot, holler, and celebrate the bloodshed all around you, while War himself sits on his throne, pleased with himself. No way that he's split open like that. Ha! Some ocean deity he was. A serpent is a serpent at the end of the day. My love! He beams with joy as you march up to him. Dearest! Oh, it's so lovely to see you. It's a bit loud, love. What was that? Bother. One moment. He slams his fist on his throne's arm, roaring out a single, terrifying silence! He glowers at his wild subjects, heat radiating off of his splendid form. My wife is speaking. War turns to you and smiles with genuine compassion, eyes sparkling as though he's pleased to see you. Speak, my love. These ruffians won't bother you. He gives a throaty purr in response to your defiance. Oh, I do love it when you quarrel with me over calling you my bride. But, peace. Did you really come to squabble over that? Or have you come to beseech me to stop my pilgrimage, I know you don't like how I look at you. I imagine it's like having a lust-crazed wolf eyeing you down. But, god of war or not, a man knows to respect his better and more reasonable half. Did you do something new with your hair? Wings, perhaps? I love it. Oh, I am focused, Dove. I am focused. What was it you wanted me to do? Stop telling everyone we are together? Yes, yes. The courting rituals of the gods has not even begun yet. How crude of me to lay claim to the goddess of peace. How arrogant. Very well. If you wish to discuss our relationship, then... He holds a hand up, and his soldiers all straighten their spines. All of you, leave us. It is clear my darling requires some personal time with me. His soldiers hurry out, leaving you with him. He waits until the doors shut, and then his intense eyes fall back on you. There we are. Come, sit with me. I'm most pleased you arrived in time to have supper with me. He rumbles once more in pleasure as you join him. It's terribly difficult to keep my hands off of you, you know. I am sure the other goddesses will curse my name and throw petulant tantrums, but your beauty truly is unmatched. Pfft, the goddess of beauty. The fraud! How dare she lay claim to titles that are not hers? Oh, I am not trying to start a conflict. Surprising for me, I know. But you are my peace, darling. You lose sleep trying to keep said calm between both mortals and a turbulent pantheon. You must be exhausted. Aren't I? Ha! War doesn't drain me, dear. It's quite fun, really. No, not the suffering of innocence, no. My goodness. You make it out like I get a thrill off of that aspect. Such a sharp, witty tongue for a peacekeeper. What do you want me to do, dearest? Stop telling people we're wed, and stop causing such strife among the mortals for no good reason. Please, you know me. I've never made any effort to hide my affection for you over the many years we've played together. Here, this wine comes from a distant land that no longer exists. It's quite sweet. For a moment, you two sip your drinks in relative silence, though he never takes his eyes off of you. Now, speak your mind. What troubles you? I do tell all other gods and goddesses you are my bride, yes. Where is the lie? He purrs again at your insolence. Oh, I do adore you puffing up like that to tell me off. I do adore you so. If it weren't for my tasks, I might spend all day just thinking up ways to get you to bristle those wings, furrow that brow, and come marching up to me, lecturing me on maturity and humility. Quite frankly, I'm starting to think my court finds amusement in me being lectured. And you find everything I do repugnant. Oh, the stories we'll have to tell our progeny one day. You know, son, your mother hated me for the first few centuries of our marriage, but... You must know we belong together, yes? Oh, you say that. But I catch your wayward looks when you think I'm not looking. And you know I flex for you every time I do catch you. Don't you remember that year that I got a coin to dance on my pecs for almost 5 minutes while you tried to give your little speech to your worshippers? It was quite funny to watch you try and maintain your composure while I was waggling my eyebrows and making kissy faces at you. I do hope you can forgive your husband a bit of fun. Love, here. Let me hold you for a second and you'll understand. No, you're excused. Now, come on. Up in these big old arms. I won't bite. No. I'm wounded, Dove. But also somewhat pleased you've chosen to do things my way. No, the hard way, love. No. I do love a good fight after all. He snags you up with little effort. He pulls you up against him even as you struggle. Here, I can show you. Be in my arms for a moment and you'll feel it as well. Shh, see? He eases against you and you against him. Warmth floods your mind and he shuts his eyes. You haven't seen him with a calm expression in some time, but he's rather handsome when he's not grinning like a rabid wolf or, worse still, snarling like one. There we are. I miss you. This calm you give me. And I know, in moments of boredom or sorrow, you miss the passion and fire I bring to your life. We belong together. We always have. No. The things I do and stand for make you ill. Is not your uncle the god of death? Oh, he actually has a right to determine when people die, not myself. Of course. Is there a reason you keep petting that fresh scar on my chest? You're worried about me. He grins down at you. If he had a tail, you're certain it'd be wagging. You care about me? Ha! Wait, love, come back. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to be an ass. Oh, we cuddle so rarely. You're so busy trying to stop me. I'm so busy terrifying the lands and making conquerors into kings. Come now. Is it not progress that I am at least willing to apologize? You say you'll never be mine, but... He smiles, even more volcanic heat pouring off of him. We will be wed. I love you. I respect you. But I will not deny what my blood screams. Know now, peace, that I will fight for your hand once the courtship rituals begin. And anyone that tries for similar will meet my blade, if not my immediate vengeful ire. He smiles, still eerily nonchalant. But do keep running and fighting it. I love a good hunt before the proverbial kill. He rests his chin on his palm, still smiling lovingly at you as you tell him off. Do have a safe flight home, darling. The mortals have been getting a bit big for their boots when it comes to interacting with us, and, well... His tone changes, much darker. I will not hesitate to wage endless cruel war on any who dares lay a hand on my bride. To be continued.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna pause it for a sec. I cannot believe the amount of foreshadowing that was at the end of that. I completely forgot most of that. I recorded that so long ago. Oh my god. But this next one, which has 3 male parts in it. Oh, this is where it gets real good and spicy. It's like a nice, spicy tender. Oh, the God of War is hungry for chicken. All right, War and Peace Part 2. Let's go.
You are the goddess of peace, and as such, have long been at odds with your counter, the God of War. He is a confusing man, and seems to idolize and adore you, despite how repulsive you find his cruelty. Lately, he's been telling anyone who'll listen that you are his bride. You tried to set him straight, but he has his heart and mind set on winning your hand at the Tournament of Betrothal. Will he succeed and claim you? Truly? You are posited in your throne, same as your many siblings, overlooking the grand arena where any that challenge the gods is welcomed. Your brother Solitude takes a seat by you as you watch the bloody spectacle. A grand announcer commentates over the battle as you watch, displeased. Welcome, welcome, gods and demigods, fae and eldritch beings, to the Tournament of Betrothal, where any who dare test their mettle can try and win the hand of a god or goddess that has taken their weak little hearts. And fighting for the hand of the lovely peace stands chaos and quiet. Quite the matchup this time around. Let us see who the fates favor! Sister, how fare you on this fine, blood-soaked morning? He perks an eyebrow at the combat. Quiet has gotten in his head, clearly, but chaos has just turned the arena into poisonous dart frogs. Ugh! Far too many dart frogs. Yes, I cannot say that I, as the god of solitude, appreciate the act of watching people spill one another's guts to share my bed. But it is tradition, and you know how Mother feels about tradition. Ooh, and down goes Quiet. Someone get him some healing before he turns completely blue. Ah, poor boy. Twitching like that. Ooh, I know why you're sticking about to witness the combat now. You're waiting for him, aren't you? And our next contender, having solidly beaten 10 suitors down in a row, War! You peer down as War's mighty form bursts into the arena, still emanating that volcanic heat. Chaos, by comparison, sizzles and hisses like shadow in sun. Ha! My eldest brother after my dove? No, no, we cannot have that, can we? Darling! Darling! I hope you enjoy this spectacle, my dove. It shan't take long until we're at the altar together.
Your brother perks an eyebrow at you as the two go at it. He's quite the meathead, isn't he?
Dove! Come out and say hello, won't you? I know it's bad luck to see the bride before the wedding, but I've seen you plenty enough.
Solitude shakes his head. He's won against 3 other gods for your hand already. He doesn't exactly seem likely to lose either. I could, perhaps, enlist Venom to knock him down a peg or two. Yes, no cheating. But my dearest sibling, do you truly want to be wed to war for the remainder of your days? As much as you go on and on about loathing that man, I would hate to see you miserable. Your brother smirks to himself, watching war battle for your hand valiantly. You like him. Now, we all have our crippling, glaring insecurities. And look at him. He's like a dog with a bone. Having a truly fun time fighting for your hand and even holding his own against chaos. You know how difficult that is. You turn your eyes back to the arena in time to see war skewered by chaos. The battle violent beyond your senses. Heavenly Father! Avert your eyes! His cuts are everywhere!
Trying to disembowel me, Chaos! Ah, it's so like you! Sister!
At the horrid sight, you faint. Your mind simply cannot handle the sight of him wounded. You come to an hour or so later, feeling warm water trickle down your forehead. Your brother gives a concerned grunt as you wake. There you are. War? No, he's alive, yes. He actually managed to win. Well, when he realized Chaos was actually seriously competing, he somewhat went into a berserker state. Made the poor man turn into his serpent form and then whipped other gods that tried to calm him down with said snake form. Yes, of course you may see him. Careful though. If he sees you that worried for him, he'll never shut up about it. You hurry into the Hall of Infinite Pools and spot War lounging in one near the entrance.
Dove! You came to visit me in the healing pools. How very thoughtful.
He grins at you as he sits in the very bloodied pool.
Did you enjoy the show, my darling bride-to-be? Oh, so my guts aren't exactly all in me right now. 'Tis fine, 'tis fine. Chaos is always a terrifically difficult battle. Wasn't expecting them to be quite so violent, but that is the chaotic aspect, no?
His voice softens a bit.
I am fine, my love. I promise. The pool I am sitting in will restore my physical form in time. Even if the physical one is destroyed, war itself can never truly die, can it? I would ask if you cared to join me, but bathing in blood and viscera does not seem your style. It upsets you, doesn't it? He rumbles with displeasure, almost at himself more than anything. I do hate upsetting you. Truly upsetting you. Not like when we simply play and tease. When I see you in distress, it pains me. You sit by the pool's side with him while he heals. He reaches out on instinct and takes your hand in his own. Here, take my hand. Everything is all right, love. See? There are moments where you and I are perfect together. I strive to be better for you, and you patiently wait for me to calm and return to you, my ever-patient dove. A man who had never known violence would not know how to temper his touch for one so delicate and pristine. He rests his forehead to yours gently. The pool has reformed him entirely, muscles still twitching from before. I know you can never condone my actions, but I know you wait for me every single time to come marching home. You embrace me every single time, despite being furious with my antics and bloodshed. Why do you convince yourself you do not love me, Dove? He chuckles, though it's a bit dark. Oh, of course you don't. Of course. It doesn't matter. It's only a matter of time before I come out on top and win your hand, my love. This little one right here. He kisses the back of your hand, playing the role of a gentleman rather well. Sweet. He grins as you pull away. Yes, yes. You must return to your post, of course. I do hope you enjoy watching my next battle, my dear. I think you were looking at my chest quite hard before it got skewered. He laughs, apparently quite amused at himself as you storm away. There's no winning with that man.
All right, I guess we're starting 3. I was waiting for it to be continued, and it never came. Here we go.
You stand with your brother's solitude and do your best not to throw a pillow at him as he taunts you. How was it then? He smirks at you, as only an older brother can. Oh, you know, lying in his lap, letting him stroke your hair and fawn over you while he healed. He laughs as you toss a few pillows at him angrily. Why are you so bothered? Throwing pillows. He's rubbing off on you, isn't he? Oh, don't pout so. Since the dawn of existence, that man has loved you like an insufferable rabid wolf. You are the only one that can calm him down when his rages are beyond compare. You are the only one that he allows to touch him freely and without permission. What is so wrong about having a husband who worships you so fully? Do you truly feel that you are responsible for his nature? Is that not unfair to you? Sister dearest, I know I tease, but you do know that all I wish for is for your happiness, yes? He rests a gentle hand on your shoulder as the two of you watch the combat from afar. The dull roars and echoes of cleaving blades ring out, harsher and harsher. The burden you bear is immense. You stress yourself to the point of sickness trying to provide some relief to the warring men and women on Earth. It is in your nature to want contentment and calm for them. But I worry. The mortals rebel from time to time, sister. They seek power that is not theirs to take. I worry that by approaching them in such good faith, you are leaving yourself vulnerable. I cannot stop you from your given tasks or patrol piece. I can only warn you to be cautious and remind you that if something should happen to you, you risk war, well, waging himself. Your brother shoots you an annoyed look, but calls out one final, "Be safe, you stubborn thing!" Night turns to day. Your brother paces, his worry growing at home. His anxiety is enough that when someone knocks, he rushes to the door and hurls it open. "Sister?" War greets him with a raised eyebrow. "I should certainly hope not. That would make my affections rather interesting." "Or have you seen my sister?" The primordial being of war looks at him with a frown. "No, she did not appear for my victory against the ocean god, and I began to worry. Where did you see her last?" "I was teasing her last night. She grew angry with me and flew off to attend to her tasks, even after I warned her that the mortals have gotten much bolder in their attacks." He pauses, the color draining from his face. You don't think... War lets out a bellowing swear. "Fuck!" Heat radiating off of him. "I clearly think better than you do. How could you let her go off on her own, Solitude?" Your brother blanches at War's fury, even taking a few steps back. I... War swears again and whistles between his fingers. A crack of thunder ruptures the sky and a flaming chariot rumbles upwards from the bowels of Earth, bearing 4 skeletal horses and a single pale rider. "To me, my steeds, pestilence, jealousy, guile, and cruelty." War turns back towards Solitude, glowering with fury and speaking through grit teeth. "Hear me, Solitude. If anything has happened to her..." "If you are so sure, then go to her. You can trounce me later, you red-hued fool." War swears one last time and clambers into the chariot. He issues a command to the pale rider and the chariot rockets forward, vanishing back into the earth with one final clap of thunder. You don't realize it, but war approaches. Normally you would, but... "Peace! Peace!" You hear his chariot barrel into the clearing where you've come to rest. You hear his thundering footsteps as he rushes toward you. and you even hear the agonized noise he makes when he sees you. No, no, no! You lie, cradling what is left of your wings. A pool of blood slowly fills the grass around you, turning once white wings red. You barely feel him move you, or hear his cries of distress. No, 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 no! Please, please open your eyes. If just for a moment, my love. Please! War lets out a gasp of semi-relief and pulls you closer. You live! Oh, thank the primordial ones! Oh, my love. What happened? Can you speak? He looks from you to your wings, expression going from agonized to livid, and then back to agonized. The mortals. You approached them to offer a moment of respite, and were shot down with their arrows, and your wings hacked away. You managed to emit a burst of light and scramble away with your wings, but you did not have a way to return to safety without them. He holds you as you mourn your wings, silent for once. Let me see the wound, Peace. Please. I'm aware I can't fix your wings, but I know muscles, and a poor job like this will have, no doubt, done some damage to your poor shoulders and back. Please, love, I want to do something to help. Anything. His strong hands brush across the shoulders of your back, almost timid in their approach. Oh, my poor dove. His breath tickles the back of your neck, volcanically hot, same as the rest of him. In the coldness of the moment, it is somewhat soothing as he rubs your back. Here, I think they tore some of your muscles when they attacked you. The ones that connect your shoulders to your neck are quite twitchy. And you complained that your right wrist has hurt you since, yes? Before you can really protest, his strong arms fall around you, and he holds you close. In your confusion, it takes you a moment to realize he's shaking. My poor love. No! Of course I am not all right. Some filthy, low-life mortal dared to lay hands on my bride, when all you did was approach in good faith and try to offer some comfort to the feral dogs that fight simply to fight. I was Peace. I thought you'd never wake up again after the attack. I thought I would never be able to hear your sharp tongue cut me down, or your soft caress when you heal my wounds while I sleep, so I don't notice. I thought I had lost my better half. The very thing I fight for. You rest a hand on his forearm, and he shakes harder. You didn't think he could cry, but here he is, soul laid bare to you, vulnerable when no other god would dare be. The way you cried on the ground, holding your wings as if they were fallen soldiers. My heart broke. You are not all right. God's blighted, you are hurt. You are allowed to feel pain, even if it does not keep the peace. You are not simply your title. He holds you close, and you find it difficult to keep your eyes open. Shh, you can trust me. I know you hate it, but you know I, of all people, would never do you harm intentionally, my dove. No, I would never insist on your hand in marriage while you are wounded, my love. Though I fear I cannot say the same for other gods. You feel his grin against your back and smile, almost amused at his boyishness. You are, after all, beautiful and enthralling enough that most of us would start a fist fight just to get you to scowl our way. Who else but you could call chaos from his chasms and wailing, shrieking sadism? Rest, my dove. I will ensure somehow you can fly once more when you wake. Sleep takes you before you can question him further. You don't doubt he will do it. You never do when War says he'll do something for you. You simply know it will be done. To be continued.
My heart. My heart. Sad boy hours indeed. I gotta find out what happens to our boy. Yeah, what happens to me? I don't know. Let's find out. You okay, big guy? Yeah, it was just, I had a rough day. All right. It does sound like Strong Bad a little bit. War and Peace, Part 4.
No, these aren't good enough for her. You wake and realize you are in War's bed. It annoys you somewhat that you recognize it so quickly simply from the smell of volcanic ash and chocolate. As you come to, your back throbs in pain, and you hear War talking to who sounds like his various blacksmiths. I am aware they are gemmed in Sparkly Forge, but my love needs to be able to move quickly. The sun might refract in those gems and blind her, and I will not see further harm done to her. My love. War throws open the door to his private quarters and hurries to your side. You're awake! Thank goodness. Your brothers and I have been most worried. It's been over a week. I fear that your brothers are too enraged at the audacity of the mortals to wait at your side as I chose to. Solitude flew into such a rage that he willingly went and talked to the others, which never bodes well. But their anger is not pertinent, my love. What matters is how you feel. War sighs through his nose and his eyes run over your bruised bare back. I have kept myself busy asking my smiths to design a prosthetic for you in terms of wings. They've been a bit, hit or miss, when it comes to understanding the difference between wings that are purely for speed and maneuverability versus ones that rain hot lava on their foes. Enough of that. How are you feeling, Dove? He huffs steam through his nostrils, eyes on the mess that is your back. I know. The pain is significant. I know. Madison was kind enough to bring himself and his many children to assist in the surgical removal of your wings. The bone was mangled, but he managed to fix it to where we can comfortably affix a prosthetic. He sighs again and holds you. It is bad out there, my love. For all the anger I thought I would hold, I am nothing compared to the surprising rage your brothers have displayed. Solitude, contemplation, imagination, and enlightenment. Not exactly the troop I imagined being ready to burn the mortals to the ground. I understand your desire to jump back into the fray and get things sorted. But you lost so much blood. Solitude had nothing short of a nervous breakdown when I brought you back, Dove. He blamed himself. He still blames himself. And nothing I do can seem to soothe that guilt. I don't think you could soothe him either, my love. He is, for lack of a better term, inconsolable at present. He's outright demanded that I declare a war on the mortals. War gently soothes you, and you can barely struggle from him. Peace, my love, please. Please, I almost lost you because you wanted to fly to the aid of those in pain. I do not think that solitude would ever harm you, of course, but people aren't rational when grieving. I see it every single day. He lets out a quieter bellow of a laugh for once. Oh, love. I seem calmer than normal because I know how to be grateful for the little kindnesses life offers. A few moments late and I could be burying you in the sacred halls, and the mortal world would know only chaos and myself until someone worthy could take your visage. And truth be told, I do not think that is possible. He holds you, seeming content to do just that, whereas he would normally be a bit more flirtatious, or outright appreciative of your form in his silly boyish way. You think back to the days when he was shorter than you having hit a growth spurt first, and thinking how the braggart might finally leave you alone. Instead, he had made a game of throwing his muscular arms wide open in praise and screaming, "More wife to love!" The silly man. After a bit, you find yourself relaxed in his embrace. He annoys you, yes. He's infuriatingly good looking, yes. But there is some charm in him. And how you know he is always his true self, no matter who he stands before. I know I tease and play, but I just want to see you smile again. It's been so long since you've genuinely smiled. It's been so long since you laughed and played with us. And it's been too long of this happening for me to keep acting like a child about it. You need help, Peace. You're killing yourself trying to save those that can only save themselves. I know you want to protect them. I know, despite their unpredictable nature, you still love them. The tournament of courtship has been halted for the time being, my love. This is a serious crime, and they that rule us all have convened to discuss appropriate action. To steal from a god is one thing. To mutilate them and steal something that was attached to their bodies. Blood will be shed. I think I am being the most level-headed about this, which you know bodes immensely poorly. Or lets out a slightly peeved grunt as someone knocks frantically at the door.
Sister? Is she awake?
Oh, for the love of... One moment, Solitude. Yes, she is awake. But be cautious about any embraces. Her back is sore. Your eldest brother hurries in and almost stumbles over his feet as he stops at your side. His eyes survey the damage silently. Peace. I... Solitude simply kneels at your side and rests his head by your leg. You pat his head as he shakes. I am so sorry. He breaks. Poor Solitude. Always so easily broken when the pressure becomes unbearable. It was only teasing. I never thought they'd go beyond their normal boundary-pushing nonsense. I never would have let you go alone if I... Somewhat guiltily, Solitude ruffles his own wings. He looks to them sadly and sighs. What good would I have even been? Perhaps they may have taken me instead and left you untouched. Peace is right. There's no point in trying to guess what may have or have not happened. This was a freak event, something no one could have predicted. Not even fate seemed to sense this was a possibility. A terrifying notion, to be honest. But if anyone would suffer such a cruel fate, then it should have been someone like me. Not one of the gods who champions what little mental stability those violent apes have. But, no. When I fell in love with peace, I came to terms with the fact that you lot would become my extended family. Which means somewhat begrudgingly coming to terms with the fact that I would sometimes need to care for a bunch of soft-spoken, stuck-in-their-heads, smart-mouthed saints. No offense, Peace. Solitude simply stares at him for a moment before he returns to grieving. Somehow, this will be made right. Solitude... I'm sorry, sister. I cannot stop it. Nature herself has agreed to the convention of the gods. Wait, what? Solitude stands, grimmer than you've ever seen. Solitude, wait! This isn't the way to do this! Rest well, sister. You will not need to fear, ever again. War lets out a few angry grumbles and swears as your brother teleports before either of you can stop him. Oh, for the love of... Fuck. This is bad. Let me get a damn shirt on, and then I'll go and speak on your desires, love. Your true desires. But you cannot go. You are still injured. Do you understand? He kisses you, so suddenly that you feel your back muscles shudder, and phantom feathers ruffle in both offense and begrudging interest. He gives you that infuriating smirk as he dresses quickly. Why did I kiss you? For luck, of course. And because that worried pout was about to drive me mildly feral. Rest well, my love. I will be home as soon as possible. He's gone before you can tell him off properly, per usual. Such a cheeky man for the visage of war, you swear. But not the smartest when he's freshly kissed, apparently. To be continued.
Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, let's just go into part 5. This is one of my favorite ones.
You barely manage to hang on to the wild, feral, horse-like beasts as they race across the mortal plane.
Music is loud.
Though, funnily enough, they do seem amused when you try and scold them. Like father, like bestial horse sons, you suppose. Your thoughts are heavy and your frame is pained, but you know you must step in. You're so determined and resolute on this fact that it takes you a moment to realize someone is praying to you. Hear me. Peace, goddess, and answer my prayers, please. We are unworthy. You adjust the path, and the chariot races toward the place of prayer. Fortunately, the beasts do calm when you demand they halt, and sit patiently with the occasional nip or whinny at one another. Before you are a group of familiar humans. Wait, please. Yes, we are the ones that attacked you and took your wings. I know you owe us nothing, less than nothing. We know what we did was cruel and wrong. We know there is no saving us now. But please, spare this one. They are without sin. The human haggardly looks up to you, a bundle clutched in its arms. Please, forgive us. We only wanted to help them. Your heart almost stops as you realize they're holding what is, in essence, a godly infant. No! We did not steal the babe. It just came to be purely on its own. It has powers, like a god. But it's dying, and we didn't know what to do. Making a nest of your feathers seemed to be the only one to stabilize them, but they'll die if they remain on Earth for too long. Please. I know we've wronged you, but the baby hasn't. Please, goddess,
If we're to be destroyed for our crimes, then please take the baby from here. It doesn't deserve the same fate, and it's wholly unique. We didn't know what else to do. No one answered our prayers but you.
You take the child and survey its pale, pallid face. It is indeed quite weak. You can't leave it, though it does emit that odd eldritch glow from a godhood you cannot determine.
We named it Technology, for its peculiarity to create new things that do not live. Though it is only a few months old, we've seen it do incredible things. It builds when it has strength to do so, and keeping it from disassembling things already built is outright impossible. We love it, but we can't care for God. We've done our best. No, we can only leave it in your hands and pray for mercy.
The human lifts their head, eyes shining with tears.
You forgive me, but
They weep. It seems to be all they can do as you take the babe back to the chariot and secure it as best you can. It's too weak to even cry, and looks at you with vast, tired gray eyes. You arrive before the great prismatic palace of the Old Ones and descend from War's chariot. Some of the officiants and guards give you a startled look. Before they can question you, you, with a slight bit of annoyance, demand your husband. They hurry off wordlessly, and as the doors swing open, you can hear him faintly yelling inside.
This is not a stupidity contest. Have none of you even considered what peace wants? She is the victim in this. What do you mean she stole my chariot and wants to see me? That's hilarious! I love that woman! I'm keeping my voice this volume until you can all stop being such fools. However, hold this tone in your heads, fools. It will be returning shortly. Hello, my love. I see you helped yourself to my chariot.
He rumbles, apparently tickled.
Oh, should have known. So many perceive you as being soft and weak, but only because they do not know you how I do. Now, how can your husband assist?
You ignore his grin. You know he's pleased with himself.
That's a baby. You're holding a baby.
Moore gives a baffled look at the child.
Peace. I might not be the smartest man, but I'm fairly certain that children come after the fun bits of marriage.
He glances about and leans in, somewhat conspiratorially.
Psst. Is this from the hot springs incident? What? We were both drunk. No need to get so upset.
His expression turns more stoic and serious as he looks down at the child.
They were given to you by humans. Wait. The same that attacked you? How dare they?
As always, he calms nearly immediately at your behest.
That is why they attacked you. They were simply trying to save the baby.
He rumbles and looks down at the babe silently,
before he carefully extends his heavily muscled arms. Here, let me see. Cute little thing, aren't you? You're astonished as some healthy color blooms in the child, and War rocks him carefully. That man never stops being surprising. Whoa, itty bitty one. Whoa! Who's a cute little freak of nature, War laughs, and the baby laughs with him, to your mild chagrin. Please, they don't know words yet, and look at how happy it is. Though calling it an it might not be appropriate. To your shock and the baby's delight, War flips them over and takes a quick peek between their legs before flipping them right back over and laughing. Yup, that's a very proud boy right there. War gives you a look, as if you're being silly. Oh, please. This is what the humans do when they need to figure that nonsense out. And he doesn't mind. Do you, little... The humans named it technology. Huh. It's peculiar that a god was born among humans. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. He sighs, cradling the boy. It's bad in there, my love. Truly awful. They've gone completely towards making examples out of the humans that armed you. That is what I'm trying to tell them. This should be up to you and no one else. War hesitates, looking back toward the door. If you wish to walk in there and speak your mind, I am at your side, no matter what you need. He stops, almost falling over himself. Yes, to going in. His eyes widen and his cheeks somehow turn redder. He stares at you in amazement, while the baby makes crafts with his beard. You wish to marry me? Truly? His smile softens and his eyes fill with tears of happiness. He simply rests his forehead to yours with a content sigh. Thank you. Now, shall we go and face fate? To be continued.
I love it. Skip that. Let's go to part 6. Oh god, this is tense.
You enter the court with War at your side, and immediately hear some of your brothers absolutely frothing at the mouth. Imagination, per usual, has his head elsewhere, lazily floating about on a string in the nearby clouds as he tries to calm solitude. Brother, please. You calling for this level of violence is almost absurd. You didn't have to see her lying there, Imagination. You didn't... The hall quiets as the brothers three stand at the head. To the right is the embodiment of light and life. To the left, chaos and the void of nothingness. And in the middle, the most terrifying brother of them all,
The force of true, terrifying cold neutrality and nature all in one. He is the one that speaks. Order, if you please. The gods and forces of this planet convene on a singular question. What to do with mortals who dare attack and wound a god? Some have made their opinions readily known.
Execution, I say! Execution! Shh. Solitude.
Yes, while others believe that a more nuanced approach is necessary. Indeed. Sorry, my love. The head brother pushes back spectacles that, if moved only an inch, betray countless unblinking eyes made of starlight and nothing else. It would appear that the victim is present. By whose order? That's right. Her own, and no one else's.
Sister, you should be resting. Your back is still openly bleeding.
Oh.
Oh.
That's a baby. She's holding a baby. You explain as best you can what happened. The humans, the man-born god, and your desperate plea for forgiveness. For once, the gods and goddesses and whatever the brothers are quiet and listen as technology surveys them with his wide, interested eyes. When you are done, you are greeted with unfortunate silence. You state they did this simply to save the child.
They shouldn't know that.
Pardon? It is true. A godly infant can be nested in the wings of another in order to prolong their life. But a mortal, much less a human, would have no way to know that. Did they make any insinuation that the babe had spoken to them, left them drawings? It sounds as if they did not say, Your, Grace? Absolutely not. If that is the case, then it must be surmised that the babe itself influenced their will in some way. That is to say, his eyes fall on the baby, and you instinctively clutch him closer to your chest. It is smart enough to influence the wills of man, even at such a young age.
It is unusual, admittedly, but you're not suggesting.
It is not part of the natural balance, and must be destroyed before we can take the humans into consideration. If they were acting at the behest of a parasite, then leniency is needed. How dare you call my son a parasite? With due respect, Lord War, this is not yours. It is not even of the natural order. It is a man-made abomination that already reflects their guile and willingness to manipulate. It was trying to survive, Lordship. There are many among us who have done similar, or worse, to survive.
Perhaps it is best if you took the child and left for now, Peace. This court is no place for someone like you.
Excuse you. She is one of the strongest among the Pantheon. Strong enough that she saw the desperation and hopelessness of the very mortals who harmed her in the first place. How dare you continue to insinuate that she is helpless? Enough! His voice ripples through the hall, powerful enough that Time himself freezes in place. War steps before you with a pained grunt, guarding you as technology whines and whimpers. He is a child. He is not natural war. Quite frankly, what is left of peace is not natural either. Your brother's all tense. You wouldn't dare suggest. You teeter on the edge of godhood and mortality at present, Peace. It would not take much to finish you off at this point. Do you still aim to stand before the Brothers Three and state we are wrong in our judgment? What? No! War stands, hands curled into fists. If you even dare insinuate that you try and destroy peace again, you will have more to contend with than I think even you are willing to risk. Nature. Then hand over the abomination and we will do away with it instead. Technology begins to whimper and clutch tightly to your breast as you guard him. War steps in front of you, and for the first time in your lives, you know he can't win this. It doesn't matter if they are unbeatable or not, my love. I am your husband in all but ritual alone. And that child is my son, as far as I'm concerned. I will defend you both to my last breath, no matter what. The head brother steps from the podium, and you feel the full force of space around you. The left brother watches with infinite smile upon smile, and the right watches with something that might mimic sympathy, were they anywhere close to humanoid. I'd really rather not make this a spectacle. You've given us very little choice. The head brother cocks his head at him, alien and expressionless as ever. He extends a hand as if he aims to flick away a flea, and he does. And War goes flying into one of the pillars amongst panicked cries. Run, Peace. Run! In all the panic, you forget that nature itself is above you. You try to go to war as technology begins to wail and scream in terror. There's a split second where you see lightning crash down around you, toward you, faster than you can react. And you know this is it. You clutch the baby to you, guarding him with what little you have left as your brothers and husband scream out from afar. Peace! You shut your eyes only. You realize that metal has sprouted around you and appears to be absorbing the lightning as technology wails and fusses in your arms. Run, sister! Run while it's done whatever it's done! You briefly see your brothers try to jump nature, to an unfortunately small amount of success. You grab War from the ground and bound for his chariot, taking off toward the mortal plane as the court erupts behind you. To be continued.
Hello. All right. That was an awesome cliffhanger. How about this, though? Let's take 5 minutes and go take a potty break if you got a potty. So everyone, get up, go to the bathroom, stretch, get some water, pour yourself a glass of wine. I know I need one. Maybe some nectar. Or maybe a gigantic bottle of syrup. Sorry. I know. We'll just hang out here, chat for a little bit. How about that? If you gotta go to the bathroom, get up and go. You'll feel much better. Take a minute to compose yourself. Find out that, we're gonna hear so many more baby sounds. I want to say, like, start back up in, like, 4 minutes? Do y'all want to... Well, I don't know. I could say, do y'all want to do less? But some of y'all are... Ooh, you're ready. I know it. Good, I am happy. Y'all make me happy. Yes, even you, Mary Chase. Yeah. I did it. Ooh. There you go. There. Just over here.
You see, this one's me. Right there. That's an arrow. And this one is you. Right there. See it? Do you get it? I just received this new software called Paint. I'm pretty good, right? And here's your brother Solitude. There he is. Looking as beautiful as the day. He's fine. Looks good. Little curly Q hair there. He'll be fine. I shouldn't make fun of him too much. He might be dead. Who knows? We haven't got there yet. Speaking of, why don't we continue that marathon? Done. At technology? Okay, I should. Technology. There we go. Then little technology. He's a baby, so he's got this little chubby body. A little diaper on. There you go, big strong arms. He's got these real big baby eyes. Maybe not like that. There you go. And he's a very happy child. He's got little legs. That's my boy. That's my boy. I call him little techie tech. And back to the show. I love you, Peace.
Thank you, War.
You urge the chariot on as fast as it will go, as lightning cracks all around you. You're close enough when nature throws your brothers off to know he is hot on your trail. You are not permitted to leave until this is dealt with, Peace. His voice is all around you, even as technology wails and war groans weakly from the chariot's ground. He's so fast, and everything is so loud that all you can do is run on pure instinct, even as the flaming horses do their best to panic. Please, leave me. I'm too heavy. It takes you a moment and all of that adrenaline and fear to come up with a plan. You remember your sanctuary, the grand decree that by your very nature it cannot be disturbed. The chariot rears toward it, and you race for safety as nature trails behind you, calm and emotionless as ever. Peace, this is over. Before your eyes, lightning disintegrates the flaming chariot in one fell swoop. You instinctively grab War's wrist, but he has no wings, and you can see the brief panic in his eyes as the three of you plummet for the earth below, as technology screams his head off. Peace! And then you catch yourself, and them. You hear flapping, and there is a moment of brief confusion before you realize you have wings once more.
They shine like human metal alloy, but they are yours. Peace. Then you remember you are in peril and shoot back toward your domain. To your astonishment, you're faster than him, and his voice fades behind you in a split second before you rocket to the ground, crashing into a once serene lake. You come back up with technology and war, quickly dragging them to shore. Nature flies above, expression still horrifyingly neutral. He hesitates before turning and taking his leave with a calm, "This discussion is not over. Your domain can only protect you and the child for so long." He says nothing to your insult and is gone in one single flash of tornadic wind and lightning. "I'm alive, love. The boy?" Technology sniffles and hiccups, clinging to war. There, lad. Surviving a bout with nature while still in clouds and swabs. You may not be mine by blood, but certainly by spirit. Well, I think he broke most of my ribs with that love tap, but they are healing. Slowly but surely. He looks up at you with his usual adoration. Your wings, love. They're beautiful. As are you. At least his mind seems relatively intact, if he can still flirt. He rumbles but seems as well as he can be, given the circumstances. I'm all right, my love. Pride is a touch wounded, but they do warn all of us not to trifle with nature for a reason. What of the boy? Technology sleeps with an eerie peace, seemingly unbothered. Totally unbothered now that he is safe. Good. The poor boy was terrified back there. As was I, admittedly. You rest your hand on his chest and he cups said hand, almost on instinct. I am proud, my love. He scoffs, almost embarrassed. What? No, for once I am not talking about my... See, you say you don't enjoy banter, and here you are, roasting me even redder than I already am. Rumph, I say. He shakes his head, mocking annoyance. But, like always, he simply smiles at you in his adoring way. I am proud of you, my love. Of course I am. The spine it takes to stand up to nature. To stand up before the brothers three and tell them no is the kind of defiance and strength that led me to fall so madly, deeply in love with you. He rumbles and rests his forehead to yours with a sigh of what almost sounds like relief and gratitude. Can I be vulnerable for a moment? He glances about before he quietly admits. There was a moment or two in the tournament where I came close to losing. A moment or two of having to deal with the idea of not being with you. And I was terrified. enraged at my weakness. I can't lose you, Peace. I'm not strong enough.
He smiles, though it is a touch sad.
I know you agreed to marry me, but we've played this game for over 100 years now, my love. If I ever got the sense that you didn't return my affections, I'd have tried to stay away. I feel, deep down, you must love me to some degree after all. Why else would you put up with my nonsense? I know you do, Peace, but I am distressing to you. You're direct opposite. No matter how much I crave you, I don't...
For another brief moment, he is vulnerable.
I don't want to hurt you, Peace. Never. But the very nature of my being is harmful.
He nuzzles your forehead again with a few weak grunts of pain.
How long do you think your domain will keep us safe for the time being? Your brothers, yes. I imagine nature shrugged them off without causing much harm. You know how he is. One gender this moment, another the next, operating purely on his own logic. Sometimes I feel like I'm capitalizing his name without even realizing it, purely because nature willed it. Regardless, if he had harmed them, you would know, I fear. They will come to see you in their own time, my love. Of that I am certain. After all, they are just as protective as me, even if they aren't quite so passionate about showing it.
He takes you in his good arm while technology is cradled in the other, and you rest against him.
Shh. You need to rest too, after all of that. Lie against me. Let my heat soothe some of that cold rain.
He runs his fingers through your hair until you feel yourself calm, and sleep mercifully finds you. To be continued.
There's just one more now.
You are the goddess of peace, and
go.
as such, have long been at odds with your counter, the god of war. He is a confusing man, and seems to idolize and adore you despite how repulsive you find his cruelty. Lately, he's been telling anyone who will listen that you are his bride. You tried to set him straight, but he has his heart and mind set on winning your hand at the tournament of betrothal. Will he succeed and claim you, truly?
Hey, here's who's a cute little techie technology tech. I love you. I love you. Who's the biggest baby technology? I'm alright. Who's the I love you.
All the baby
I
talk.
love you. It's been some time since you were sequestered in your safe haven along with war and technology. Each day that passes without news from your brothers, without nature's looming shadow, digs a further pit in your stomach. Love, you're pacing once more. Please, come and sit with us. Technology has been missing you while you've been fretting. Please talk to me. Please? You sit with them and embrace technology the moment he crawls into your arms. War moves closer, arm around you both. There we go. Everything is going to be okay, all right? Nature can be as mad as he wants. If it comes knocking once more, then I will fight to my last breath, reform, and will keep fighting until that son of a bitch gets it through his head that I will do anything to protect my family. I know you are worried for your brothers. The silence since the incident has been quite loud. But knowing them, they are simply playing the game for now and obeying nature. They will reach your haven in due time, I am sure of it. War idly watches your son toddle about, examining this and that with his curious little noises. He's a smart one. Reminds me of Solitude a bit. War adjusts his rather large frame to hold you with a few grunts of lingering pain here and there. Shh. I've sent letters off through my couriers to them. I am sure your brothers are trying to reach out as best they can, my love. Despite everything, nature does not typically kill gods for standing up to it. At best, it emits a grunt of what might be annoyance and smacks them away like flies. Can you believe what rebels we are? We're a mismatched set of gods who decided to love and wed outside of the rules of the Pantheon. I'm not sure about you, but that definitely does things for me. Oh, he doesn't understand my flirting. Besides, I want my son to grow up knowing how to properly love and care for whatever partner he chooses. He watches the two of you play and bond for a bit before he comments again. You know, we could wed whenever we choose, my love. Of course we can! I know the ritual, and I know you're familiar as well. I simply take your palms in mine and we explore one another at our truest, purest forms. If our souls agree and find no fault they cannot escape, then I will gift you my most valuable dowry, and we will be bound until one of us ends. Should that even be possible? He rolls his eyes, playful. Love, I am sure that you know me well enough to know the worst things about me. Though, I am curious as to what black spots on your soul I might find. Perhaps someone is secretly into watching muscular men wrestle for their hand. He laughs as you scold him, unbothered as always. Mid-rant, he takes your hand in his and smiles warmly. Peace. Will you marry me? You rest your palms in his, and he gives your hands a gentle squeeze. If we do this, we are choosing to wed outside of the tournament rules, outside of the rules of the gods themselves. As much as I want to truly, absolutely call you my wife. He hesitates, eyes moving to your new wings. I don't want to see you harmed again, my love. Once was enough to forever have the image of you quietly lying there in a pool of blood, seared permanently into my mind every single time I close my eyes. If you find me worthy, then I will show you what I am. The glow builds between the two of you, a soft red burning into pinks and oranges as you focus on one another. You search him as he does you, and both of you are mentally bare before the other. No secrets, lies, or guile. And you find him oddly shy beneath it all. Your soul. It is the visage of perfection. I didn't think I could love you any more than I already did. But I find myself with reasons to fall in love all over again. Nearly every moment of the day. Do you accept me then, as the man I truly am at my core? He barely hesitates before pulling you into a passionate kiss, even while you flail and your arms pinwheel a bit in shock. Technology laughs, not an inkling in his head of what's going on. My love, I fear the most valuable item in my entire collection is a weapon. But it is a special one, made for non-violent confrontation and combat. I can think of nothing more suitable. He gently squeezes your hand in his. I know you aren't one for violence, but I'd rather you have a means to defend yourself if you are to go out again. His voice catches, and again, he shows a more vulnerable side to him. I can't lose you again. I'm not strong enough to fight for anything else at the end of the day. I know what I am. I am a terrible, terrible necessity. And you are the unfortunate soul that counters me. But I fight for you, Peace. And now, I fight for the family that I hope we will rear together. I'm thinking, 7 kids? I can change my shape I don't mind carrying some of them. He smiles affectionately at you and rests a hand on technology's tiny crown. I look forward to getting started on that once technology is a bit older, I have waited eons to share a bed with you. What's a few more? You start to answer him when your eyes drift up toward what appears to be a second sun. War follows your gaze, smile fading. The moment he sees it, he picks you and technology up under either arm and practically sprints for cover. Oh, fuck! Incoming! No. Nature can't come here. This is your safe haven. It must be someone else. You stare at the figure on the ground briefly, when to your horror, you recognize their faint groans. Sister. Peace! Wait! Solitude groans weakly as you help him sit. He's barely conscious, and his once beautiful understated form is riddled with burns. Solitude! Solitude! What in the seven hells? Solitude manages a weak exhalation of breath before he simply says, Chaos. Chaos. And promptly passes out. Here, take technology. I'll get him to the infirmary. You do as he says, but your head is ringing in a panic, and your heart is pounding. All you can do is watch your new husband gingerly carry your brother away. To be continued.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for coming and listening to all those with me. I haven't ever binged an entire series like this before premiering the next episode, so this is actually really fun, and I'm glad I did it, and I'll probably do it a few more times now because it's absolutely wonderful. So I guess try to find something to do for 2 minutes because the premiere is going to start in 2 minutes. I'm going to shut down the stream. Y'all just have a great night, day, morning, afternoon, and don't forget to eat your chicken wings. Unless you're a vegetarian or vegan, then don't do that. You're not supposed to. I'll see y'all there.